I'm Adele. I'm from Naked.Recovery and I'm a trauma therapist. Just reflecting on client sessions today, and one of the takeaways from today's sessions is really how important flexibility is to mental health. If you're a very flexible, open person in the way that you focus on getting your needs met, not you're flexible and open and people walk all over you. So the flexibility is in relation to being diversified or having options in how your needs can get met. You'll probably find that you have a really good state of mental health. If you're very positional or very fixated and quite rigid about how your needs are to be met, you'll probably find that you have either a lot of interpersonal conflict in your life, or you battle to, you battle with anxiety, you battle with, constantly feeling disappointed and having variant mental health. So I liken it to a client I was working with this morning, is very fixated on, no, this is what I want, this is what I need, this is the only way that this can be done, and it must be like this, okay? When we get that really strong positionality, rigidity in how our needs are going to get met, we're almost like Gollum from Lord of the Rings. We're like, my precious, and we must meet the need in this way, and this is the only way this need is going to get met. And you're going to find yourself disappointed all the time, because if your need doesn't get met in that way, and perhaps, I don't know, different things happen, or an outcome an outcome is not as per your expectation, you're going to be upset, disappointed, anxious. Your mental health is going to suffer because life just doesn't always deliver what we want in the way and shape and form that we want it in. So it makes you less adaptable. And if you can find yourself being flexible and saying, okay, well, maybe there's 6 or 7 different ways for this need to get met, and I'm open with that, and I can be flexible and creative, and I can solve the problem. I can trust that I will find other ways for the needs to get met, or, I can be open to the fact that is what I'm committed to, but it could also be this or this or this or this. It makes you adaptable to change, and it makes you less positional. There's less shoulds, a should and a must is a form of a cognitive distortion, and it can lead to a lot of conflict and anxiety for people when they are so positional in how something is supposed to be met. If you are a bit more flexible and you've diversified in how your needs get met, you've got that, adaptability. You also become more resilient because you bounce back from setbacks a lot quicker, and you are able to kind of go, all right, that didn't quite work out how we wanted, process the upset of that, and now we find another way. We're not going to sit there and go, well, fine, my needs didn't get met in the one way that I wanted to get met, so I'm just going to sit here and now become a victim and get really angry and upset and disappointed and, basically spit my dummy out. It's like, no, there are other ways that your needs can be met. Be resilient, be focused on problem solving, keep advocating, keep focusing on getting those needs met. It also, when you're flexible, it makes you creative. It makes you good at problem solving. You also, if you're flexible, you will not result into victimhood, because you'll be like, all right, I don't quite like where I'm at. My needs aren't getting met, but I'm not going to surrender here. My needs matter, and I'm going to find a way, and I'm going to be creative and solve the problem and still find a way to get this met. It improves your relationships because it makes you capable of compromise and empathy, and reduces perfectionism, where you're being really hard and rigid. Perfectionism is really nothing more or less than rigidity in expectations of how needs are going to get met. And it can also lead to a lot of anxiety for people when they don't have that flexibility. And it ultimately leads to better self-regulation. And I think of all the skills that we can learn as adults, self-regulation is probably our number one skill set to learn, because it enables you to be able to roll with the punches of life. And, you know, stuff happens not quite how we wanted, but we come back and we fight another day. We'll find a solution. And if you're finding yourself really like stressed and wound up and unable to roll with the punches and come and fight another day, it's probably because you're in the depths of what I would call firefighting, monkey brain, tactical thinking. You're kind of you're being too task orientated. And to flick from that task orientated firefighting kind of mechanism within our brain, to pull out and become more strategic and be able to solve problems at a higher level, the strategic level, that transition takes rest and relaxation. So if you finding yourself kind of driving into the ground, you're being a bit of a Gollum about something, you feeling stuck or trapped and in the spiral, take a break, take a rest. That'll then flick you into the strategic mindset where you're not panicking and like, I must find a solution. At that place, just you drive yourself deeper into the drama of it. If you pull back, you'll be able to apply that strategic mind in a problem-solving, more creative way. So I hope that's helpful. Till next time.